What up, y'all? It's Drill Sergeant Lynch back again. Long time no see, man. It's been, I don't know, probably a good 14, 15, 16 days since I uploaded to y'all last. And let y'all know the cycle was complete. Still going through things, man. We got holdovers from other companies that's at our barracks. We still trying to, do everything that we got to do on our administrative side, everything we got to do on top of watching more trainees, holdovers. They're already graduates. Some of them are, got some medical stuff going on that they're freaking getting out of the army or whatever the case may be, but still dealing with a lot of crazy stuff, man. Today I want to talk with y'all about what happens when a trainee gets counseled for doing something that they're not supposed to be doing, okay? So, first of all, in the Army, there's all kinds of rules, regulations, company command policies, all that good kind of stuff that's set in place, which is gonna help us operate more efficiently, help us keep each other safe, things like that. A lot of it is for safety reasons. I think a lot of it's for safety reasons and just standards on how soldiers, drill sergeants, everybody in the Army should be conducting themselves in a disciplined, orderly fashion, all that good kind of stuff. So I'm basically going to give y'all the scenario, of what happened today. And I'm not going to get into details about it, but I'm going to use this as an example to let y'all know what happens and kind of what the counseling process is like, what happens. Right? So trainees, obviously, we got trainees in our barracks from different companies, and of course there's a few from our own company. There's guidelines that are set out, from day one. Mind you, I think we're pretty much on our toes about things in my company because we get these trainees from a new company, and guess what? The first thing we did before they actually came and, became guests in our barracks, we set the standard for them. We gave them a counseling and let them know what was expected of them, every day with how they're supposed to be conducting themselves. So today, I come into the barracks. I already see that they're doing things that they know they shouldn't be doing, right? They're doing things they know they shouldn't be doing. I correct them at first. I don't get on their case too much about it. I just say, hey, get up. You're not supposed to be doing this. Since you're doing this, what you're not supposed to be doing, let me go ahead and get y'all some cleaning, some chores, some things for y'all to do to keep y'all busy so that y'all will keep on the right track and not just have no time, that you have time that you're not doing anything or doing the wrong thing, right? So I give them some cleaning duties. I have them clean up. From there, once I have them clean up, because I don't want to have them clean up all day, I'm sure they always clean up. I said, here, look, get your skill level 1 books out, study the land nav portion, study these pages of the land nav portion, and we'll go ahead and do a basic training Jeopardy. I'll go ahead and do basic training Jeopardy with y'all. So, keep them on their toes about basic military stuff, but also, trying to have a little bit of fun, quote unquote, if that's what you want to call it, a little game or something like that, some training, just to keep them on their toes and keep their mind, keep them a little busy. So I didn't actually get to conduct that basic training Jeopardy today because I had a meeting with First Sergeant, had to help out a battle buddy do some things, certain things happened. I had to go do other things. I didn't get to do the Jeopardy. I come back to the barracks later, and one of the rules, one of the conditions, things that we tell them, hey, look, this is what you're going to be doing, because we have something going on in the barracks that, we have to make sure that we're still making sure that the drill sergeants are safe and that the trainees are safe, right? So that being said, they're not following the instruction. I catch them red-handed, not following the instruction that they're supposed to be freaking doing. So with that being said, the first thing that's gonna happen when you do something that you're not supposed to be doing, you can either get, some corrective training, corrective action, on the spot corrective action, which may consist of you doing some exercises. And nowadays, I'm gonna tell you, the exercises it's not even that hard. It's not even that harsh. It just depends on who the drill sergeant is, how much time we have. We may not have a lot of time to actually have you doing a lot of exercises. So we may not have you do that much for that, whatever the case may be. The other thing that can happen, you're going to get yelled at, which is probably always going to happen. You do something wrong, you're going to get yelled at. The other thing that can happen to you is that you're going to get a counseling. You'll get a counseling, which is basically, look at it like a warning. Sometimes it's a warning, sometimes it's boom, you did this, we're going to take some action right now. And the action could be, one of my favorite things that I like to have the trainees do, I take their time from them. If the trainees are doing something after they know they're not supposed to be doing, I take their personal time from them. I make them write an essay, or I make them write the standard down a bunch of times, So with the one thing that they did, the trainees today were doing something behind the drill sergeants and the cadres back. They were doing the wrong thing while nobody was watching. We are big on integrity, and our definition for integrity is to do the right thing even though no one's watching. Nobody was up there watching them at that time. I came up there, boom, caught them in the act. No go. You're breaking the Army, and it's an Army value, integrity. So I made them write down integrity, to do what's right even while no one's watching. And I gave them 2 pieces of line paper, and I said, you're going to have to write this down, 1 sentence per line, front and back on this paper. And you have a certain amount of time to complete it by. You can only do it in between these hours. Nobody can help you do it. You're not going to cheat and write one long line down so that you can, make your letters easier, whatever the case may be. I gave them a plan of action. In the counseling, I let them know what they did wrong, when, where, who, what, when, where. I let them know what they did was wrong and what the right thing that they should have done. I put that in the counseling. On the back of the counseling, I gave them their plan of action. You're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this because you messed up and did this. So that's initially what a counseling is. Letting you know, you have your key points of discussion. And this is just you getting a counseling for doing the wrong thing. You can get counseling for doing the right thing. You can get a counseling because you have a major change in your life. Whatever might happen. You might get a counseling on how you're supposed to conduct yourself over a long weekend. How you're supposed to conduct yourself when you go on leave. So you might get a counseling for different reasons. These trainees got a counseling because they were doing the wrong thing and they knew they should have been doing the right thing. So that's what happens when you get a counseling. Now, when you get your counseling, there's all kinds of repercussions that could happen. You could, I think the worst thing that could happen is when you end up getting an Article 15. That's the popular thing when you do something wrong. You get an Article 15, which could consist of anything. You pulling extra duty, which means after everybody else is done with their duty day, you have to do extra work. Maybe mowing the grass or raking up leaves or cleaning out a building, sweeping the floor, mopping and cleaning this building, whatever the case may be. Taking your money for, half of your money for a certain amount of time. Taking your rank, stuff like that, reducing you in rank. You could be an E4 and you did something wrong, boom, you get knocked down to an E3. These are the kind of things that could happen to you when you get a counseling, when you do something wrong. The thing that gets me is these are holdovers. They've been in basic training for 10 weeks plus. Some of them have already graduated. They're just waiting to ship to AIT. They've graduated already. They know because they've been in basic training. They've been in the Army for well over 2 months. Some of them going on 3 months. And you know what's expected of you and how you're supposed to be conducting yourself. They don't follow the rules. It gets to me. So what ends up happening with me is I counsel them. And the thing about it, drill sergeants, I know, don't always like to counsel trainees because it takes away time that they could be actually conducting training or doing something that's going to benefit trainees in a good way that's not pissing the drill sergeant off. I could be, conducting a counseling on a trainee. Maybe they're going to benefit from it, but it's not for a positive reason. You understand what I'm saying? So I end up turning into I love that this happened today because it makes me realize what I do. When I counsel trainees, I turn into like a preacher at a church. You know what I'm saying? Or mom or a dad. You know what I mean? A dad that's explaining to their children why you don't do certain things. What happens when you do certain things? I'm disappointed in you. I don't tell them in that way, but that's initially what it is. I'm disappointed. I'm pissed off because you did this and you know you're not supposed to freaking do it. You know the standard. So why not just do the right thing? And the one thing that I always bring up is this. And I'll tell them this straight up. Y'all wonder why the drill sergeants are always yelling at y'all. Y'all are always like, damn, shut up, drill sergeant. And they're, saying it to themselves. Damn, drill sergeants are always yelling all the time. It's because the trainees aren't doing the thing that they know they're supposed to do, right? So now I know I'm going to get some NCOs. They're going to tell me, oh, you're not upholding the standard. You're not freaking disciplining them and stuff like that. That's what this is. That's what this is. We set the standards out. It's up to them as grown men and grown women if they're going to follow the standard. And when they don't, I address it. You're going to get counseled. I'm going to get up in your face. I'm going to yell at you and let you know that you're freaking jacked up. Stuff like that. And I had to tell the trainees, today, them doing the wrong thing and getting counseled could initially lead to a lot of things. They could be losing a lot of them benefits that they came into the Army for, or that they're going to be given if they do the right thing, So, I don't know, man. I just wanted to get on here one time, let y'all know. I know it's been a long 2.5 weeks since the last time I uploaded. I want to thank all the new subscribers we got. I realize I'm only getting like 1 or 2 subscribers a day on this channel, and that's fine because I'm not uploading as much stuff up here, but I at least wanted to get up here and let y'all know a little something. We're on cycle break, cycle reset right now. We have a while until our next pickup. So if you're looking for content about what's going on in basic training, I'm not going to be talking very much about that kind of stuff. I need y'all to leave comments, leave questions in the comments. Maybe I can do some live streams and address some things, some questions that y'all have on how it is in basic training now, especially with this whole freaking, the whole pandemic that's going on. This is gonna be a major, focus on what's happening in basic training because things are changing so much. Our barracks is getting ready to change, do a total 180 on how it is right now because the in-processing process is gonna be a whole different ball game now. Okay, and maybe I'll explain that on the next video or something. How is it now? In processing, the new in processing procedures, in basic training or something like that. Maybe I'll describe that, but I want to let y'all know what happened today with a certain situation and the trainees just not doing what they're supposed to be doing when it comes to a counseling. I take time. First, I fuss them out. Then I take some time. I have to type up the counselings. Then after I type up the counseling, I have to conduct the counseling with them. While conducting the counseling, after I conduct the counseling and once they sign it, I fuss them out some more to let them know what happens when they don't uphold the standards. Try to find out why you're not doing the right thing that you're supposed to be doing. Understood. Drill sergeants aren't, especially during a cycle break, drill sergeants are not always there. We got holdovers. They're not always around. There's so much stuff that we have to do and get ready for. They're not going to be there babysitting. They're not going to be there babysitting you every freaking minute of the day. We're going to tell you to clean up and we're going to go away and do something else. And when we come back, we hope that you as adults are doing what you're supposed to be doing. But they're not. That's just the point. Anyway, y'all, I hope I got some S-Fam up in here. Y'all know, y'all stay focused and motivated. In these tough times right now, people are out there doing what they're doing as far as protesting and all that good stuff. Y'all got to stay safe. Keep y'all focused on whatever you got focused on. Keep that motivation up. It's Drill Sergeant Lynch. Hope y'all have a lovely evening. I'm out. Deuces.